Hand-spun hope begins with a flock of merino sheep living at the base of Sabinho volcano in northern Rwanda. The sheep are carefully guarded and cared for around the clock by a farm manager, a shepherd, and other farm staff. The health of the flock is meticulously managed, so the sheep will continue producing premium fleeces. Every 8 months, when the sheep have grown staples of wool at least 3.5 inches long, the sheep are carefully sheared one at a time. The sheared fleeces are brought to the women's cooperative, where they are weighed, then sorted into various grades. The finest and longest staples of wool are selected for the creating of yarn for Hand-spun Hope's signature products. The women carefully wash the raw wool by hand using water harvested from their rain collection system, as this is the gentlest water that can be utilized. The women first wash the wool in 3 cold water soaks, and then again in 3 hot water soaks. This method ensures desired results for the cleanest and highest quality wool. The clean wool is spread out on a graded table and left to dry naturally in the sun. After the wool has dried, the women gently card or comb the staples into fluffy rollags to prepare it for the spinning wheels. This process removes any unorganized clumps of fiber or remaining debris and produces the cleanest and softest wool possible to begin the spinning process. The spinners gently guide and feed each rollag into a spinning wheel as they control the speed of the wheel with their feet. This process creates a single ply of yarn. Once they have spun spools of single ply yarn, they reverse feed 2 yarns into the wheel to create a 2-ply yarn. The yarn is then weighed and put into skeins for dyeing by the dye masters, whose job it is to dye the yarns in the desired colors, utilizing native Rwandan plants and fruits such as eucalyptus, cosmos, avocado pits, and onion skins. The women collect these items within their own communities or on their walks to work. The natural matter is boiled down and cooked, sometimes remaining in the dye pot overnight to extract the greatest amount of natural color. After completely cooling, the dye pot is strained to remove any loose material. Once the chemistry of the dye pot is ready, it is heated to just under boiling, and then soaked skeins of yarn are added into the dye pot, where it is again heated. The yarn can remain in the dye pot overnight or until it has reached the desired color. Again, the yarn is removed from the dye pot and hung on a line to air dry in the sun. Once dry, it is moved to a rainwater and vinegar rinse and hung to dry for a final time before being passed on to the knitters. The knitters carefully construct the finished products by hand, with selected pieces taking up to 2 weeks to create. Finished products are given a final rinse and are dried flat in the sun. Hand-spun Hope is a certified member of the Fair Trade Federation, which ensures more than fair wages and safe working conditions for the artisans. The women of Hand-spun Hope are empowered to strengthen their communities and grow their business sustainably. The certification means the Hand-spun Hope trade practices were rigorously vetted and found to be in complete compliance with the strict practices of the FTF. Hand-spun Hope is more than simply utilizing an age-old craft to produce stunning, 100% organic knit goods. It is a project giving life-saving employment and holistic care to over 50 of the most vulnerable women in northern Rwanda.